audience participation time. Do you guys want to see Daniel Feng do a TikTok video right now? Literally worship him, so I have him as my home background too.
Don't make life so difficult for yourself. Why you wanna?
Daniel and Preston to do it is either with shirt or without shirt.
Oh!
Yeah, right on, huh?
This is the first time I'm doing a show where my guests have to take off their clothes.
Up down.
Shut. So, do you guys have any tips for us on how we can stay healthy?
So basically, I stretch my arms forward, then I put it back, and then I touch the back of my hand, and I go back forward again. So maybe I do around like 20 reps of that. But instead of doing so, what you want to do is to actually get a chair or something, elevate yourself, and then automatically becomes a more difficult exercise. Right?
You have like what slush? Like okay, you put vodka into what?
Watermelon.
That's right.
Watermelon.
Not so healthy, right?
Have you done exercise before?
Boxing,
Right. Hand.
gymming, tricep pull, curl, bicep curl.
Right.
Yes! Tricep curl, you're out already. What kind of sport is that? It's not even a sport, tricep. And I just want to say thank you so much, Preston and Daniel. If anything, I think we had so much joy and laughter. And I still think that at the end of the day, laughter is still the best medicine.
You may feel lonely, but you are never alone.
We would like you to continue joining us every Monday, where we're gonna just have a chat, not just with our guests, but with you guys, spend time together and do fun stuff together as well, right?
The best way to defrost a steak, which people might not know, is to put it on a metal tray.
Ooh.
Yeah, just leave it on a metal tray in the middle of the room. Because what this does is metal actually conducts heat really well, so it draws out the coldness from the steak faster than other ways. Of course, you can put it under running water. That helps, but that helps best if it's a vacuum pack. If it's not vacuum packed, your steak is say in cling wrap, it might draw in water and then you might lose some of the juices from the steak. So the best way, if you're rushing, put it on a metal pan. Even better, if you change that metal pan every 5 minutes, that will accelerate it a lot more.
I swear to God, if a kitchen doesn't have one, I would just go insane. It's a silicone spatula. It's like a little kitchen tool. Like, I hate when metal scrapes against metal. It like drives me crazy. So I need to get every last drop of all the food out of sauce that I'm making. So a silicone spatula is so underrated. Get yourself one. You will not regret it.
I'm actually Googling that right now because I have no idea how it looks like. So don't worry, guys. I'll Google for you if you don't know.
I only use a wooden. What about wooden one, Jess?
No, it's not the same because the whole point of a silicone spatula is that it is like flush to the surface. So when you scrape the sauce, it makes no sound. It just, everything comes out.
There we go.
Oh my God.
I bake lah. I'm
so
a baker.
pretty.
So this is like my lifeline. You know, I need
Wow,
spatula.
okay.
You ask me to scrape like batter with a spoon.
Singapore food,
Yes.
Spicy crustacean.
Spicy crustacean?
Good
What's
luck.
that? What? Popia?
Crustacean.
What is that?
A shelled animal from the sea.
Oh, skip, yeah. Next, yeah.
No, come on, you got this, bro.
Next. Oh, Lala? What?
Okay, close but bigger. It's got like
where I have been, lucky to be coming home again.
There you go.
Yay!
Any more, it'll be very weird because it's like.
Yeah, it might have a slight delay.
All right. Anyway, while waiting for our dear Chelsea, Nova Bell, how about sing us a song that.
こといいな、できたらいいな。あんな夢こんな夢いっぱいあるけど。みんなみんなみんな叶ってくれる。不思議なポッケで叶ってくれる。
Tell you why every single one of you watching this show right now, you have to buy a fluffy toilet seat. You see, Singaporeans, Malaysians, we're on MCO, we're on circuit breaker. We're going to be spending a lot of time at our house. We'll not be eating the right food. The biggest issue with sicknesses, the first thing that gets you in trouble when you fall sick is your tummy. When your tummy has no good digestion, you're going to start falling sick. So the problem is sitting on a toilet seat is not a very comfortable feeling. It doesn't help in the removal of the toxic waste. But imagine now you're sitting on my fluffy toilet seat while watching Crash Landing on You. All the shitty stuff will crash land into the toilet bowl and be flushed down, and you have an amazing euphoria experience. So not only will you be healthy, you will be clean in your tummy, and yet you will also have a good experience watching Netflix. So that's why you need to buy fluffy toilet seat. Boom!
You know, now in Singapore, everyone is not respecting the social distancing. 1 meter apart is not enough. Even running in a park is like 2 meters away. They can still get the virus. But everyone is still hoarding toilet papers. But you know what's the best way to still hoard toilet papers and still get to the front of the queue? You buy the clean toilet paper and then the smelly toilet paper. So when you get the smelly toilet paper, you'll get to the front of the queue, can let all of the people in the queue just smell the smelliness and just faint, and then you'll be in the front of the queue and you'll be out of NTUC in no time.
Wow.
Okay? And the best part is you can be sure that you are at least 100 meters away from everyone else, even on the train, on the bus. If you just feel like you want to be alone, want to enjoy the solitude, take out the smelly toilet paper. Who cares? At least you're not infected.
What?
If you're wondering, why do I have to hog so many N95 masks? Why can't I just buy one mask and use it over and over and over again? I can use it, my grandma can use it, my auntie can use it, my mother can borrow it, my brother can borrow it, my sister-in-law, which I don't even like, can come to my house and take that mask and go to the supermarket where she belongs, then you've come to the right place. This rubbery N95 mask is machine washable. And also you can put as much soap, you can soften it with your soft lung, and then you feel super comfortable. At night, if you pour beauty products in it, put it in your face. The morning, your face very, very nice. In the afternoon, if you're hungry, put some rice in it, add water, put it in microwave, come out fresh rice. Very, very good. Not only will it protect your face from the sun, protect your face from coronavirus, also protect your face from all these people who are making your life miserable, so you don't have to talk to them ever. So now for the price of $2.99, cheaper than regular N95 masks, you can buy 20 of my rubber masks to put on your whole face.
Well,
you guys, it's like if you are facing depression, anxieties, you know, or even losing your minds due to COVID-19, the one thing that you can brighten up your days, you know, is wearing a glittering underwear. Introducing you, you know, the artificial intelligence of glittering underwear. And any emotions that you have, it's like your glittering underwear will glitter according to your frequencies of your hormones and also, you know, your characters, you know, of the day, your emotions level. Say, for example, if you are feeling sad, so your glittering, you know, will be blinking in red color. That means so you'll probably need to do something, you know, more joyful, happier, you know, more cheerful for yourself. If you feel extremely too happy, it will glitter, you know, in green in color. It's like if you feel sexy, so, you know, your glitterings, so, you know, will ball all in rainbow color and addressing and reminding you it's time, you know, for some loving moment, for some sexy time. And so with that, it's like you're able to bring the best out of yourself, you know, during this pandemic. So wear glittering underwear, guys. It's only selling, you know, for $9.99 American dollars. It's accessible to everybody because we want to glitter the world, the societies, you know, your loved ones, your family members, so, you know, and even not forgetting your grandparents. Make them wear, you know, grandparents, make them wear glittering underwear because I think even our great grandparents need some sexy time.
Because I think a lot of like people, even students that I teach emceeing, they tend to have this like ideal of how an MC should sound like, act like, or speak like. They all think like they want to be Ellen DeGeneres or whatever. Yes. But like, I think everyone can be their own best version of themselves. Obviously, when we are growing up, there's like someone that we tend to look up to. We can emulate their success, but I think your own personality should still remain. I think that's where someone can really shine as an MC. Yeah.
Very nice. I'm going to take notes, okay? So tip number 1 from Royce is be yourself, let your personality shine. How about Kevin?
Mine, so whenever you go out, if you're trying to speak to people and you're like, why am I fumbling with my words? There are 2 things you can do. One thing is to do the lip roll, which is something that I teach a lot of people when I do voiceovers, or people ask me how I get this voice. It's just to do
lip rolling.
Yeah. So for some people, they can't do that because they're trying to
So to add to the answer, like what I have found has been really powerful for me is unraveling the patterns that actually originate from our childhood and from our relationship with our parents. So like for each and every one of us, our relationship with our father or our mother is like our first experience of love. And that may look like an unavailable father. That may look like an overbearing mother. That may look like a physically absent father, you know, or it may look like a father who is not around when I need him.
Of women would be like when the guy is like don't have his own mind or cannot make up his mind. So it's like indecisive lah. So I think, you know, women, they are not necessarily looking for someone who's like very rich or, you know, like and things like that, but it's really just the confidence and the ability to carry himself well. So that's the tip I always give to guys. Like I say, if you're going to ask a girl out, then like, you know, don't keep asking her, hey, so where you want to go? What you want to eat? Then the girl say, you choose that, you choose that. Then you say, oh no lah, you choose that, you choose. Then after a while, right? I mean, you are trying to be nice lah, right? But then after a while, the girl is like, hey, where is this going? It's like he can't even decide what to eat, right? Like, how is he going to, like, you know, how am I going to spend the rest of my life with this guy? Yeah. So I always list of questions called 36 questions, and I think that's really useful to like use it during like these virtual dates, because like you say, you know, if not we'll just end up talking about very mundane things. It's like, oh no, what have you been up to during like MCO, you know, or circuit breaker. So, you know, by asking some of these deeper questions, it's like, okay, you know, if you're going to have like a meal with someone that, you know, you really look up to, who would it be and why? You know, it's like, when was the last time you cried and why? So really digging a bit deeper, that would help to create, create more connection.
Me now. Okay, so just Google 36 questions, right? 36 questions on love.
That's right. I have to read that.
Yeah, we need to read that. We keep forgetting
I really need to read that.
But it's really like sitting down and being open about your desires. I mean, it's actually kind of a turn on. It can be a turn on to really be open about your like deepest desires. And you can start off with, you know, what I do is we start off with stuff that's easy to share. It's like, first of all, your desires for your life, you know, like what's the thing that you want most from your life? You know, I want to create this, I want to have this kind of experience, or this business, or this, I wanted to create a legacy. You know, you start off with those desires, and then you go to like the more kind of sexy desires, which is like what really turns you on.
I love,
you know, what about me really turns you on?
Barbecue plates. I love
exactly.
how you
I mean,
mop
just
the house, clean the floors. So sexy.
It's
so sexy.
But you. Yeah, I love it.
Don't distract her.
No, I'm learning.
No, it's great.
Arthur, I love it when you buy me presents. Like, I really, really love it. It makes me feel so special.
Love it. I love it when I use your credit card. I love it even more. I love it even more when you pass me a credit card and I'll buy everything for you. Yeah, but
I don't love that.
I get my material from is my everyday life. When I started out stand-up comedy, I used to get inspiration from like Eddie Murphy, all those big American comedians. But then I realized as I was doing it, they're not my material. It's my made up material. So people cannot relate, or some laugh, but some was just like, you know, they didn't get me. And it's very important as a stand-up comedian. Like I feel now that I've grown, that it's the material comes from personal
encounters.
Experience. Yes, and
making a sad situation, you know, you look at it from a different perspective, and then you present it in your own way, in your own tempo, you know, to make it sort of funny. And the sad thing, like how you always say, like Robbie Williams and all this, the sad thing about a comedian is that we have to be very true to ourselves. You know, we have to be very true to ourselves. We have to be very naked in front of everyone. And thus this is why
the baby was so ugly that when he came out,
even Rosma Manso said, "Damn, put it back in."
That's why your turn.
When he came out, the mom said, "What? I poop?"
Okay, my turn. The baby was so ugly that when he came out, the doctor slapped the mother instead of the baby.
Yo.
Oh, yo, Allah.
Hey, y'all laugh at this, you don't laugh at mine, not fair, okay?
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
after
laugh,
you're
we'll
so good, you come out, you try it.
Are we
See,
supposed to?
guys, that's the thing.
And just setting this intention for this 45-minute session, whatever it is for your mental well-being, your physical well-being, maybe even tools to help you cope with anxiety, with even depression at home today. To cope with simply the daily lives, the up and downs, the flow and ebbs. Whatever this intention is for yourself, just let it just come. And maybe even seeing it.
Everyone take a really deep inhalation. As you exhale, imagine letting go everything you do not need.
Difference.
That is a very interesting question and a very smart question, all right? Okay, but the interesting part is that sometimes it's very difficult to distinguish and differentiate.
Yep.
Because you never know. Because the method, the approach could be very noble. But end of the day, to answer a question is, it really boils down to the person's intention and the heart. And we all know that the heart can be very deceitful. Sometimes it's like, who can really understand? We can't really understand human nature, all right? But to me, it doesn't matter. Whether you are doing it out of pure motive, or you are doing this for tax deduction or for publicity purposes, I think so long as the disadvantaged community is being supported and helped, I think it's good. It's better.
Who cares about intention, right?
Well, can I start first? Honestly, it doesn't matter who you are. If you have the thought of helping and you offer a little help, even mentally, I think it's important. In this pandemic and in this initiative, I have seen a lot of faces. I have met a lot of new people, new friends. I have a lot of new doctors and nurses as friends now. And I have seen people who I have never met before. I have so many home sewers, ladies and girls and students, contacting me.
Fired my
I can help you guys to do as well,
Myself, the rainmaker.
Rainmaker
Come
to do it.
Singapore, Malaysia,
Malaysia,
we
boleh.
used to be a big family, right? We used to be a big family, and I have so many relatives in Singapore as well.
But I think in about after the shows, probably in about a week or two, so I think the Singaporeans will copy it. Malaysians do again.
Hey, wait, what do you just
like
say?
how Singaporeans always copy what Malaysians do. Right?
Oh my God, I have something to say about that. We don't copy. We get inspired. We are inspired by what was done in Malaysia.
That's a nicer way to put it. That's a nicer
and then we put our own style inside there. Yeah, that's what we meant. That's how our bak kut teh things.